my name is Edip Yuksel. You may check for my work at Amazon.com or Wikipedia or at 19.org if you are curious. I hope that I can make it short because the topic is so comprehensive, and I can talk about this for hours and hours and hours, but I want to make it as short as possible. I will start with Wal-Mart and then go, where? Not Wal-Mart, let's start from bees. This is the cover story of Time magazine, almost a year, August 19, 2013. About bees. Bees pollinate almonds, 100% of almonds. 90% of apples are pollinated. They depend on bees because bees are incredible creatures. Wow. And I think there is a statement attributed to Einstein: if bees dies, what happens to the world? And here is the list of vegetables I want you just see. I don't want to spend too much time on this issue. And they are dying. There's a kind of major crisis in bee population. In fact, I have a friend of mine in Tucson who part-time teaches philosophy classes and also a beekeeper. I had jars of bees from him every year until my wife banned honey for me because I'm growing horizontally, following the great American tradition. Now, there are multiple speculations regarding what could be the cause of the bees, but pesticide is one of them. And in fact, recently there was a massacre of bee colonies. About 50,000 of them were killed because of the pesticides. It is well documented, the cause, but there could be many viruses. And also, ecology of the bees is challenged by humans through concrete and cities with fake flowers like this or no flowers at all. We have declared war against planet Earth in the name of capitalism. More goods, more production, more consume. Today what you got in your hand, the telephone, throw it away. Get the new one. That's no more good. You need a new toy. Every few months people throw what they had before. And things are made also deliberately not to last longer in order to sell you more, to make you work hard, consume more, and pollute more. We have polluted, poisoned the planet Earth, the land, the oceans, the air, and even the beyond stretch of this space. We polluted with so many junks of so-called satellites and stuff. Now, here is Wal-Mart. A little information about Wal-Mart. Wal-Mart by itself is a phenomenon, is a capitalistic monster. Well, I also shop from Wal-Mart, unfortunately, but I'm now having second thoughts. I will shop less and less. I will go to smaller shops. Why? Because the bigger it becomes the bigger manipulator of the market. Monopoly. For example, it can censor certain CDs, certain books, certain items. It can have a lot of leverage on real workers, producers, because if it is the major outlet for them, they can bargain the lowest price and they can put as much as margin after they kill their competitors, the small shops and others. Therefore, by itself, it is dangerous, a monopoly. And I would like to read some Quranic verses. In fact, from Quran, a reformist translation, which is the aspect of Islam, is a very very strong language against rich people who do not care about the plight of the poor, the weak, and the homeless or the hungry. In a moral society, there cannot be a hungry person, a homeless person, if someone else has extra food in his storage or in his fridge or extra room in his house. Absolutely, it is imperative for a moral society to guarantee for every citizen. Don't bring me excuse, oh, some people who are lazy will not work. Those who are lazy, who do not work, who steal from you billions of dollars, you praise those people because they brainwash you, they sell you all kind of dogmas, and they steal from you from your own work. You work day and night, and they can go to parties and fun and meanwhile little bit work, but they get 1,000 times more than you do, sometimes 1,000,000 times more than you do. You say, well, they deserve, because you are brain polluted by their dogmas. The dogmas either or. Either capitalism or communism. Communism is bad, capitalism is great. Well, no other shades. Think about it. It is a long story, but I know I am jumping from one to another. From bees now I'm jumping to the verse of the Quran. They are all interconnected. Chapter 59 verse 7. The Quran is strong emphasis about social justice, about freedom, social justice, equality. Unfortunately, this is absolutely ignored, deliberately ignored by so-called Muslim scholars who are no different than Pharisees during the time of Jesus, even worse than Pharisees. They absolutely distorted the message. Today's Sunni and Shiite religions, they are religions, really different religions, and they have also sects of their own. Sunnis have 4 remaining sects. In the past they had more. And they follow stupid rules, irrelevant, ridiculous rules, where to put your hand while you're praying, how to enter the restroom, how to cover women's hair, even face, all those stories, trivial stuff, and many kind of rules of rules that has no connection with real life. They are fully immersed, obsessed with those, but ignore the most important things: social justice, freedom, search for the truth, all these issues. 59:7 says, whatever God provided to his messenger from the people of the township, this is about giving taxation and charity, then it shall be to God and his messenger, which is throughout the Quran is used, how it goes to God and his messenger is public property, means for public use. And the following fragment, following words explain what is it. Then it shall be to God and his messenger for the relatives, the orphans, the poor, and the wayfarer. Thus it will not remain monopolized by the rich among you. لِكَيْ لَا يَكُونَ دُولَةً بَيْنَ الْأَغْنِيَاءِ مِنْكُمْ. This is the phrase in the original Quran. Okay. And then it says, you may take what the messenger gives you. Messenger is distributing them, but do not take what he withholds you from taking. Beware of God, for God is mighty in retribution. And the Bible, Old and New Testament, also filled with those kind of instructions show social justice. Jesus was not a capitalist. He was much closer to be a socialist than to a capitalist. And here are some of the verses. This is Quran, a Reformist translation. This is the end note for chapter 59, verse 7. I want to look at it. Squint your eyes and try to read it. Here it is. And I have also the following page. We can stop and read. And this is available at Amazon, also at online, also as a PDF for free. I'm not making money, a penny from the translation of the Quran, and I believe it is prohibited. You cannot make money from religion. Anyway, let's come to the box. I think you have. Now, I ordered something from Walmart, and I received it in this box, Tucson, Arizona. It came to the store nearby. This is not my house address. Don't go there, try to find me. You will not. And big box. What is this? This is more than 11 inch, correct? And this is more than 8 inch. I think 9 to 12 inch. And then here it is, all these, what I have ordered. This one. This one. I hang it on my neck. These small things, tiny things I ordered. And it is a small thing. They could put this one in a small envelope. It is sturdy, not moving parts. Nothing would happen. You don't need even cushioning for that. It's already protecting this one. It's very solid stuff, packaging. Put in a small envelope. But this smart Walmart, who made so much money because they are very smart. And they send it this. This is bad. This is waste. Where they get the money? Well, they get money from working people. And also from government. Directly or indirectly. And there are 2.2 million employees of Walmart worldwide. 1.4 million of them in the United States of America. And many of them, about 1 million of them, is considered under the poverty, their income. And they are dependent on government subsidy, means taxpayers pay for them, for Walmart, in order for them to be able to work for Walmart. And here is a receipt of that. Here it is. Walmart made $17 billion profit. 17 billion. Try to count it all your life, whether you can count that number. In 1 year, 2012, Walmart's profit was $17 billion. Who gets this? Few people, owners. How they get that money? Do they work 1 million times more than the other people? Is their 1 day equals 1 billion days, 1 million days? No. Are they that many times smarter? No. Somehow the capitalist system creates this kind of walls. The system is operating that way. You may not see the wall, the invisible wall, but through the laws, through regulations, through various systems that allows this, it is this wall. You start running, competing towards this end, and then the wall is like this, and you step on each other. Here is people are pushed, but here few of them go there. And some of those people, they get help from top because a lot inheritance. Some new rich people, few of them, when become rich out of ordinary means, not from inheritance, we see they are overly advertised. But if you look at real statistics, you will find money follows the genes, mostly, more than 90%. Okay, now, food stamps and other public assistance for low-paid Walmart workers, $6.2 billion. Federal tax breaks for Walmart, $1 billion. Special tax breaks for new Walmart stores, $70 million. Special low tax rate on Walmart dividends claimed by Walton, $607 million. Annual subtotal, $7.8 billion. Plus one-time Walton estate tax savings, $3 billion. And we are talking about little food stamps given to people who are hungry, making big fuss about it. I will discuss this issue later. People will not, there will be few people will take advantage of it if a nation become a moral nation, take care of basic necessities, guarantee for every citizen in that country, there will be few people will take advantage. They all the time take advantage of it. Either they become criminal, or they don't do work, or whatever. They will go hungry, die of hunger if you don't give them, or go cry. You end up spending more money on them in educating and creating prisons, which United States has #1 prison population, both per capita and just in sheer numbers in the world. That's all. You guarantee this, you create a happy environment, people are not in fear, they don't fear antagonism, and then those people who want to improve their situation, they can improve it. But also there will be certain ways to distribute wealth, to always distribute, not to allow certain companies or individuals become so big that they will create their own basically political influence, or they become monopoly, which unfortunately we have few companies, media companies, also in cohort with corporations, because they are supported by corporations or they are owned by corporations. Therefore you don't hear the real story, the truth about this issue. Anyway, where I was going to. Okay. Wastefulness is all around us. More than half of the food is wasted in hospitals, restaurants, many institutions. About, let's say, be safe, about half of the food is wasted. Food is wasted during production, is one of the most wasted part of the food waste, and also during consumption of it, unfortunately. And water is wasted. When I go to a hotel, I'm really bothered by the shower. Whoever designed that shower handle, the faucet, in order to make it, let's say, wintertime lukewarm, you have to open all the way, increase the volume of water. Why force me to use more water which I don't need? Especially when water becomes more water and also hot water, it basically wastes both the water and energy. But somehow, whoever makes the hotel doesn't care about that, because knows that he will charge you and me. Oh, competition, rivalry will take care of it. Not necessarily. Because there is less care about environment, about waste. It's not priority. Through our waste, we are diminishing the limited resources of the earth for future generation. Meanwhile, we are creating incredible amount of carbon releasing in the atmosphere, a lot of poison. Right now, there are huge, maybe Texas size melt plastic in Pacific Ocean, and some fish now are not edible because they have now mercury and other poisons in them. Well, for the capitalists, every disaster is also an opportunity. They care less. They will sell, and those who cannot afford, let them die. They care less. Or they will make money from everything, and they think they can even buy clean air. They can fill their homes with clean oxygen. They care less. Even people outside will walk with masks. Unfortunately, they are so obsessed with making more money and more money, and especially when they are in the same bed with your politicians, so-called, representing you. Don't fool yourself. They are not representing you and me. They are representing those who pay them. Who pay them for election, who pay them after election, who hire them to their boards. Now, I read a few years ago, after I went to China in 2008, I wrote a beautiful article from Tucson to Changsha. I read an article, I'm not 100% sure, but most likely it was in Time magazine or Newsweek, one of the two magazines that I am subscribed to. It was an interview with Walmart CEO. It was after 2008, because after I wrote that article, I saw that, and then I incorporated the article, but that time I forgot to get the reference number, the number of the issue, the date, unfortunately. And today I searched about half an hour, I couldn't find it. I couldn't find 3 keywords. But I remember 100%, basically make it between I went to China in June of 2008, from there until 2012 maximum. This was published. It was an interview with China, with the Walmart's international operation director or assistant director, one of them, about Walmart opening stores in China. The reporter asked this question, very interesting, asked this question, says, well, what I saw in Chinese Walmart stores on the in food section, I saw certain food, they are not sold, they are not allowed, legally allowed to be sold in the United States because they are not healthy. What do you expect from Walmart's international operation chief or director say? Well, not an issue, no problemo. After a few years, if they get obese, well, we'll open some place, space in shelf for diet food and for some exercise gadgets, and then we'll sell them. That is something scary. This is the audacity of capitalism. I cannot believe after that still China did not basically close Walmart stores altogether, because this was absolutely an insult to all the Chinese. You stupid Chinese, this guy said, this Walmart CEO. You stupid Chinese, here we are going to sell you poisonous stuff. We added certain additives that will make you blow up like a balloon, which we did to Americans. 1/3 of Americans obese. And I am becoming one of them, perhaps I am one of them. As we did to them, and we'll do this to you too. We'll add certain things, corn syrup and many other things that even you cannot read their names. Guess what? You will start growing horizontally. You will having health problems. Well, we have also cure. We'll poison you, and then we'll sell you also the medicine, the cure. And we'll make money from both ends. That's exactly what was the Walmart international operation director was saying. That's unbelievable. I know they think this way because I know I worked for big companies. I study them. I talk with people who work for big companies or any company that has this capitalistic mindset, virus. I know, I would not doubt. But having this guy say it openly, in such a bold way, to a reporter in such a known media, it's just amazing. It shows how they care less about you. And you are basically nothing in their eyes. And what happened? The Walmart CEO, Mike Dukes, in 2012, he was paid $23.2 million. $23.2 million, what many of his workers needed to get food stamps, supplements from government, do not have health care. He got $23.2 million. Why I should care about this? Don't tell me capitalism. This is outrageous. This is outrageous. This is not a moral person cannot do. Well, capitalism has no morality. Then with your capitalism. If I am hungry, if I am sick, in a system that the system does not care about me, why should I care about that system? I will fight against the system by any means possible. Why you expect from poor people, from people whose work has been exploited by these suckers, to really care about you? You are a bunch of, what is it? Pigs. Pigs. $23 million. What did you do? You work more than 1,034 average employees. 1,034. Imagine about a room. Fill them with this many, 1,034. It will not fit a normal wedding saloon. 1,034. And this guy made more than 1,000 average Walmart employee. And the owners, well, they made billions, not millions. This is small. This is just an appetizer for them. What kind of system is this? Well, we create wealth and people, everyone. Well, you are also destroying the world. You are not paying for that. You are also, by force, through your military force, some of it visible, some of it invisible covert operation, you basically rob poor nations, weak nations, in Africa, in Asia, all around the world, South America. Do you think all this comes from just your work? Because you get a lot of cheap stuff from them by force, and you sell them expensive stuff, you make them buy your stuff. Anyway, that's it. We need to have a just system. A just system where there won't be a monster like Walmart. Small is beautiful. Peace.